out before we get to our speakers. The center was established in February 1996. It was kind of the brainchild of then Detective Dave Heckel and Russ Huber. Originally, this was called the Center Against Family Violence, but that name changed in 2013 to Mesa Family Advocacy Center. It was the first center that was an advocacy center that was set up in Arizona and used as a model by agencies all across the nation. Today, there are now 6 advocacy centers here in the Valley alone and over 600 across the country. This is nationally accredited by the National Children's Alliance. In these walls of this building and this facility are multiple disciplines. We use a multidisciplinary approach towards investigating these special crimes. It houses Mesa Police Department Special Victims Detectives, the Human Exploitation and Trafficking Unit, Sex Offender Notification and Enforcement Team, Computer Forensics Unit, the Mesa Police Victims Service Unit, Missing Persons Unit. We also partnered here with the Department of Child Safety, the old CPS, and their investigative branch, the Office of Child Welfare Investigations. The Phoenix Children's Hospital, they provide our forensic pediatric physicians, and Scottsdale Healthcare, they provide our forensic nurse examiners. Also here are the Maricopa County Attorney's Office and the Mesa City Prosecutor's Office. So the question I was often asked, why do we use a multidisciplinary approach and so much resources here? Well, the answer to that is simple. It works, and it works well. Prior to the opening of the Mesa Family Advocacy Center, it was not unusual for a child molest or a rape investigation that could take upwards of 12 hours. Now, with all the disciplines housed here, one-stop shopping, if you will, for our victims, it takes 3 to 4 hours, significantly less time. It used to be that a victim would have to wait in an emergency room, with people who were throwing up, people who were sick and coughing, and they would wait 8 to 10 hours before being seen by a doctor or a nurse. That time's cut down to 1 to 2 hours. Before we had an advocacy center and victim advocacy people attached to it, the only help that victims would receive was a brochure with some self-referral phone numbers. We now have trained crisis specialists attached to our victims. This is important numbers here as well. Before we had the trained staff that we do now, the conviction rate with the Maricopa County Attorney's Office was only about 42%. That's over 64% now. Also important is that the Maricopa County Attorney's Office would turn down half our cases simply because we weren't adequately trained or we weren't collecting the evidence that we needed. Now they only turn down about 7%, significant difference. Another critical feature about having this all in one spot, subjecting our victims to multiple interviews re-traumatizes them over and over again. Before we had an advocacy center, 91% of our victims had to be re-interviewed more than once. That's down to 8%. Sex offenders, for having our sex offender trafficking unit, we only tracked about 11%. Over 90% of them are now being tracked. So there's a significant difference and a significant value to our community here. This is the goal and purpose of our center is to reduce further trauma to our victims, to increase the quality of our investigations, to reduce crime and recidivism, and to, most importantly, empower the victim. This is a special place. It's where we bring our most vulnerable in our community who have been victimized in the most horrible of ways. The center is designed not to look like a police or governmental building, but a home, a place that is inviting and comfortable, a place that is calm where it is safe to tell your story. After serving the community for 20 years, the Mesa Family Advocacy Center was showing its age. There was carpeting on the walls, because that was kind of popular back then. There was clutter, the floors were worn out, old paint. It was in dire need of a remodel. Today we will recognize members of our community that made the remodel happen. Before I do, I'd like you to hear from a volunteer member of our Victim Services Unit. She will tell you the importance of the Mesa Family Advocacy Center from the perspective of a survivor. Please welcome Cherie Rubio.
Hello. I just may throw up. I'm so nervous. So first of all, I'd like to thank Shelly and all of you guys for just giving me the opportunity to speak. Sorry. So, I am a survivor, and it's very much like he said, just without the center being here, and having everybody in one spot, I mean, never in your life do you imagine abuse or, I mean, you can't even fathom it happening to your family. But in this fallen world, it has happened, and it does happen. And so just being able to come to a facility like this and being made to feel so comfortable and to not feel ashamed or have fear or anything like that is just such a privilege. The staff, everybody here that I've worked with was just so friendly and just so inviting, and they just really make you feel like they're in your corner and that they're here to help, and you know, they truly are angels that save you. So I'm really thankful for them. On top of that, I mean, you go and you report and you're sort of lost of what do I do, what are my rights, what are this and that, and you don't know how to handle or go about anything because you never even imagined this happening. So just the help of the staff, being able to guide you and direct you, so always being available to answer any questions or phone calls or anything of that sort was just absolutely incredible. And I'm really grateful and thankful for all of the work, investigations, and all of that. You know, we were able to take 2 horrible people off of the street, all thanks to them. And I'm just forever grateful. And thank you guys.
Thank you, Cherie. Very brave young lady.